Hey Metal Scholars, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a fascinating and somewhat surprising theme, a recurring obsession with mouths and teeth and biting. We got 24 hours to experience 24 sleep token songs. So let's start at midnight, right? The 0 hour. And let's begin with the birth of a god, right? So Nazareth, there's a line dripping from the open mouth. I'll show you what you look like from the inside.
Dripping from the open mouth, I'll show you what you look like from the inside.
And it symbolizes birth, right? The inception of love, sin, violence, dreams and nightmares. So that is related to the birth of mankind in a way that we all sin, we all love, we all have dreams and nightmares. This obsession with mouths and biting, like I said. So let's go to 1 a.m. with Jericho. So we're just doing this chronologically, right? You taste like new flesh. So again, at this hour, let's pretend that we are becoming acquainted with others, right? Because Jericho is actually the first populated town. It's the first experiences of intimacy, because you have to remember that sleep is an ancient deity. It's always been present because we are talking about relationships, not only lovers, but any relationship. It's emotions, right? Emotional damage or transformation processing. 2 a.m, well, let's keep going. We got Jaws when he says, show me those pretty white jaws. That represents a time of passion or even like anger, but it's mostly raw emotions that come with a new passion, a new love. 3 a.m, well, we reach now sundowning, and we're talking about the offering. When he says, so take a bite of me just once. And 3 a.m. is the witching hour. So it's a time for offerings and time for feasts where the gods are invited to partake. At 4 a.m, what do we got? We got give when he sings, I want to taste you better. So it's a time for deep connection, desire, wanting to consume and to be consumed. 5 a.m. now, still sundowning. Let's talk about gods when he sings, no more teeth to bite with. Right now it's the dawn. The dawn is bringing us reflection, right? Or even like curses from the past. It symbolizes that we have aggression and maybe losses. 6 a.m, sugar. Believe that though we never eat, we still know how to feed. Here's breakfast time. The characters are developing a taste for one another, intertwining hunger and intimacy. 7 a.m, well, the closing track, Bloodsport. I want to choke up chunks of my own sins. Morning regret and the pain of past actions, wanting to purge oneself of sins. 8 a.m, shelter. When you can't swallow your demons, you become starving. We can picture that as seeking emotional shelter, struggling with your inner demons. Cannot really digest that. How about 9 a.m? Now this place will become your tomb. Let's begin with Atlantic. It's easier to try not to eat. So mid-morning, you're feeling overwhelmed, choosing to numb yourself rather than confront your pain. 10 a.m, hypnosis. Sink your teeth, split my skin. No, just make me bleed. Hypnotized by pain and desire, or bleeding internally from hidden emotions. You see how these analogies are very powerful, that the metaphors that he's using work really well. 11 a.m, the love you want. Too many swallowed keys will make you bleed internally someday. How about noon? It's bringing the consequences of these hidden emotions. It's taking a toll. Metaphorically, you swallow these keys and you're bleeding. And now we actually reach the zenith, right, of the sun, but we are descending psychologically. And he sings, but you eat your words in frame. It's lunch hour, like I said, and you're consuming one's own words, and you continue the descent into self-reflection, into that damage or at least like trying to process the trauma. Now it's 1 p.m. and we reach telomeres. He says, I drink you in. You absorb someone into your very being. So you're intertwining lives deeply. 2 p.m., high water. When the mouth of infinity buries its teeth in May. The relentless passage here of time, feeling the teeth of infinity digging deeper. 3 p.m., missing limbs. The end of this place will become your tomb. He says, I drink you in. So it's the struggle of desire and loss. He wants to consume what is missing. 4 p.m., the summoning. We're going back to Eden, hopefully. And he says, the taste of the divine, right? It's an amazing part. The taste of the divine. Just simply so beautiful. Anyhow, so the taste of the divine, you are summoning higher powers, right? How do you taste the divine? Through suffering and pain. 5 p.m., 1700 hours. Granted, you only drink the water when you think it's holy. So it's late afternoon. You are distinguishing between what is sacred and what is profane. You bite into the essence, bite into belief. 6 p.m., aqua regia, between teeth on a broken jaw, following a blood trail, frothing at the maw. So it's evening time now. It's raw, it's primal. You follow the trails of blood and desire. 7 p.m., we reach Vor. And he says, let's get swallowed whole. It's a time of complete consumption. What's going on? Where are you being swallowed by fate and desire? 8 p.m., we got ascensionism. And he says, be the first to the feast. Let's choke on the past. Early night, let's dine on past trauma. Let's dine on experiences. Let's choke on history. And hopefully, let's try to ascend. And then we reach DYWTYLM or Dutilum, or do you wish that you loved me? When he says, well, there's something eating me alive. I don't know what it is. It's nightfall. We got introspection. We got unknown forces, and that can be consuming you from within, and that's dangerous, right? And then we reach rain when he says, the mouth of the wolf, the eyes of the lamb. We got that duality of nature. You got predator, you got the innocent, and they are entwined, maybe personalities, relationships, you name it. 11 p.m., it's almost the end of the day. And we reach, take me back to Eden, when he says, come now, bite through these wires. It's the final hour. We seek to return to innocence, biting through the constraints of existence. So my conclusion is that Sleep Token, they have this lyrical obsession with biting in teeth, and I think most of the people on the Discord server, they've noticed that too. You know, we got this, the deep walls of mythology from like Greek gods and other like Vikings, but at the same time, there's a philosophy of this existential reflection. And as you see throughout the discography, you have these recurring motifs. They suggest transformation, trauma, cyclical nature, life and death. Whether it's the divine act of consuming or just a human experience of being consumed by your desires, by your hopes, your fears, these songs undoubtedly and absolutely they weave this complex narrative. And that means that you exist in a world where every time that you reach the unknown or any experience, you're going to be biting into the unknown. That's the thing. You are the line that divides the void and the great beyond. And that does it for me, Metal Scholars. I hope that you've liked this journey into like consumption. And I hope to see you next time. Just let me know in the comments, what do you think? And we'll see you next time. Music is what music does. And I'm signing out. Bye now.